Hey explorers, what if the standard we live by wasn't perfection? What if it wasn't about being the best or having it all figured out? What if the standard was simply to care? What about that? You see, when life's been hard, when there's been pain, loss, or trauma, sometimes we protect ourselves by turning off that part of us that actually cares. Because sometimes caring feels kind of hard, right? When you open up your heart, you feel the good, but you also you feel the tough stuff too. That's also what makes life so rich and so real. Caring is what lets us feel that joy, that pride, and that connection again. And deep down, we know that's what we're all longing for, is to feel alive again. Because when we stop caring, we also we stop feeling. We stop feeling the joy, we stop feeling the wonder, we stop feeling hope. And little by little, we start to numb ourselves, not just to the pain, but to all of life itself. I've had windows of this for sure in my life. I know moments when a girlfriend cheated on me, or I got a bad grade, or I didn't get the job offer that I really wanted. I know, it's hard. That's why I think, anyway, one of the bravest things any of us can do, especially in a place where people have been hurt, is to care anyway. To care again, even when it's scary, even when it feels just kind of small. Because caring, you know what? It wakes us up. It reawakens curiosity. It reminds us that life is still worth showing up for. When we start to care about our school, about our future, about each other, something really powerful happens on the inside. Our compass starts to turn back towards life. And suddenly, dreaming big doesn't seem so far away anymore. That's where Dream Big really begins, with caring enough to imagine for something better for the future. That's how we live tall, by standing up for what we care about. And that's how we make the world better, because caring is what actually connects us. It's what heals us. Healing doesn't happen by avoiding the pain, okay? It happens when when we face it. Every time we take action in the face of the pain, we grow a little stronger. Every time we charge into the hard stuff, like the buffalo teaches us, we feel a little more. We heal a little more. We get a little more confident, a little more determined. We strengthen our belief that we can care, that we are enough to care, okay? When we develop our strength and courage to care, we, even in the face of all that hard stuff, we begin to handle the hard stuff better. And as we do, we grow together in our commitment to care. We become even more determined and excited about what life can bring. And then we start to realize we are capable, we are enough. Enough to handle it all with some joy in our hearts, right? Because no one can take away our capacity to care. No one. So today, let's make this our standard, to care. Care about your words, care about your effort, care about the people beside you, and about yourself. Even if it's just one small step, okay? Because when you care, you come alive. And when you come alive, you give other people permission to do the same. That's how a spark becomes a flame, how a community begins to rise, how a generation remembers who they are and what they are capable of. So keep caring, keep showing up, keep charging into that storm together. Because the world doesn't change when we have less pain. It changes when we have more people who care. That's where healing begins. That's where hope begins. That's where you begin, again and again and again. Stay curious, explorers. Stay curious.
This is Dean Jacobs Adventures.